Unapologetically us. I am Santiago, your host. This is Juan, my co-host.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, everybody. Unapologetically us. Unapologetically us is about health, wellness, insurance, education, and lifestyle. And if you don't know, everybody knows my lifestyle is bougie, and so is he. He just won't say it. Unapologetically us. Unapologetically us. Welcome in, everybody. I'm your host, Santiago Cabasa.
Hello, hello, hello. Juan Cabrera.
Nikki Needles over there. And our special guest is Miss Carolyn Morse, wellness.com. And we're going to go in. This is International Women's Month Health. And now we're going to talk about everybody's health. I wanted specifically, we're going to target women's health because it is Women's International Appreciation Day and Month. So we're going to target women's health. As we're talking about earlier, and then we'll go into general. Can we do it that way, or you just want to do
I'll do whatever
general?
you want me to do. You
All
ask
right.
me a question, I'll answer it.
So tell us how you got into this and how you started and now where you are. Go ahead, Ms.
So
Carolyn.
I am, just to let you know, 71 and proud of it. I have two grandkids, and thank you so much. Thank you. And the key to life is to stay full of life and full of energy, living younger, longer till the day that we bid our farewell.
Unalive.
Okay?
Unalive.
Positive during the process.
Absolutely. Going out and
Positivity.
enjoying every minute. I want to run around with my grandkids and have a wonderful time. So the way you do that is to keep your health.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I will give you my quick history of who I am. Okay. As I said, I was born in 1955. Italian family, never had processed food. When my mother, I didn't know about Kraft macaroni and cheese. I didn't know anything of those. I didn't know any of that stuff. We ate healthy. We were a healthy family. Didn't take all these other things. Okay. I go to college and perfectly healthy. The swine flu was coming through, and everybody on campus was going to have to get that shot. I'm like, I don't want that shot. But my roommate wanted the shot, and I was with her, and they literally shamed me into, how could you not get the shot? You're going to go home and kill grandma. So you're 21 and you're perfectly healthy. I said, fine, give me the shot. Well, it almost killed me. My lungs literally shut down.
Wow.
I could not breathe. I went to all kinds of specialists. They didn't know what was wrong. Finally, a pulmonary doctor told me, your lungs are really damaged by that, and you're going to... I was on mega doses of prednisone.
Wow.
It was
Which
my senior year.
causes other symptoms.
Which causes so many issues, yes. But I didn't know that because it was like magic. I could breathe.
Yeah,
I could breathe.
of course.
So,
You need to breathe.
I needed to breathe. So I was a senior in college. I only needed a couple of credits to graduate. Had to drop out of the other classes. That would have been my fun classes, actually. But, and I give my husband credit. He stuck with me. He knew me when I was really vibrant and full of energy, and then I could do nothing but play Monopoly and cards and Scrabble. But backgammon. And backgammon. That's how I met him. We played so much backgammon. Really. I love it. So fast forward to, I did get married, had my two kids. My daughter ended up with asthma. Thank you to me, I'm sure. And I met a substitute teacher who walked into my classroom. I was 39, 1994. And she says to me, I just started using these cleaning products, and I had all these problems. And Dr. Shackley, I won't go on to everything about Dr. Shackley, but they're concentrates. They clean really well. There's no chemicals. It's totally safe. And it cleaned my respiratory problems up. I had lung problems. So I said to her, whatever you just told me, I'll buy.
Yeah, I'll
And
take
it started my journey to find out more about this company and about health and wellness. So Shackley's a company that's been saying healthcare to well care. It's not about sick care. Health care is supposed to be for wellness and well care.
Absolutely.
And it took her, honestly, 2 years, God love her, because I was taking health food store vitamins and I thought I knew better. She kept saying, I think this would help you. I think this would help your kids. I think this would help the family. And finally, 2 years later, I said, okay, my daughter was having trouble breathing. I'll try your stuff. And that was a love affair with this company. And I have learned so much about the health and wellness industry since. So I've been doing this for a long time, over 30 years.
Questions?
And
It's so funny because my motto is self-care is healthcare.
it is, that's
And
right.
It's the truth.
Self-care is the
That's
key
what-
to it's the key to your health. And it's not just about what Shackley has for you, like my company is not. It's not just about your nutritional support and you know how much vitamins you take. It's about what you eat.
Yep.
It's about how much you drink. You need hydration. You know how many old people are just plain old and sick because they don't hydrate.
Because they don't drink enough water.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Right.
So you have
What
to
would you
drink your-
recommend? A day.
At least half of your body weight.
Yeah.
At least,
You wanna
minimum.
drink at least
At least
half your
60,
body
70.
So you wouldn't say just a gallon or half a gallon?
Everybody's different, and the
Right.
more you drink, but at least half your body weight
Half
is
your body
important.
weight.
Half your body weight.
So if I'm 160,
Well, like eight,
165.
so you do
8 liters?
eight ounces. We're doing ounces.
Oh, 8 ounces.
Yeah,
So a
8
gallon's
liters.
too much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you can drink a lot more water than just half of your body weight, but that's your minimum.
Okay.
And elderly people, they end up having really dry skin, and they sometimes have little like openings in skin because you're dry, and then they get infections. Like, where'd I get the infection from?
How many gallons?
Just drink the water. And why do people wrinkle as they age? Drink your water. So hydration is huge, absolutely huge. So we got nutrition, we got the self-care, absolutely. Take time to exercise. Take time to do something that's stress releasing, like meditate or deep breaths or whatever you need to do to relax. So that's part of it. Sleep is huge.
Hold on, time out. Because we had a side conversation. You're going to have to start.
Oh yeah, you too. You were talking when I was.
Etiquette.
Oh, I tell you.
Yeah,
Sure,
I'm
thanks
sorry.
a lot.
Yes!
Thanks a
Gotta
lot
do that
there.
whole thing again.
No,
Rewind it.
don't rewind it.
She has to.
No,
Just
no,
go back.
no.
So I'll start with this. My question was, how much water should you drink per
Half
day?
your weight.
Yes.
And I said half the weight, and then you two started conversing.
No, because I always I'm sorry, I defer always
Why
to
don't you
Nicole
ask
because
her?
I don't know squat about this stuff.
Ask
I'm like
her.
Nicole.
That's why she's here.
Okay,
Keep
that's
her
why I'm
honest.
here.
Is that true?
You said for me 8 liters.
At least, no,
eight ounces a day. 80 ounces a day,
Because if
which
you're
is equivalent
160,
to what?
it's half your.
Which would be half a gallon,
Well,
gallon.
80 ounces. What is a half a gallon? Is 132 ounces. I mean,
So a little bit more or less.
So 80 ounces.
Okay.
Like a bottle's like 12 ounces.
Yes.
One of those bottles is like 12 ounces. Drink 7 of them a day minimum.
I'll just
to
get a
say.
big mug.
Get a big, drink. I mean, you can certainly drink more than that, but at least drink that.
All right.
Hydration is huge.
Okay.
Eating healthy is absolutely huge. We eat too much junk food.
Yes,
We eat way
absolutely.
too much sugar. If
Yeah.
you start reading labels, I tell people read labels for anything you eat, anything. Like if there's a pickles and they have a yellow dye in it, why would you buy a pickle that has a yellow dye? You don't need yellow dye. It's a pickle. I mean, like, very seriously, they put dyes into everything to make them look prettier. What for?
I know,
Dyes will kill us. I've been
But I'm
preaching
sorry,
it.
You know why?
Unalive.
Because the reason why, and I've looked into this. We are very visual people, and with our
We are.
food, we
We
want
eat
it
with
to
our
look
eyes
good.
first, you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
You're right.
that's it.
Very
But
seriously.
you're absolutely right.
But
why?
why? Exactly.
Why would you? Why? Look, give it to me
So
the
hold
color
on,
that
hold
it
on.
naturally came off the tree.
Hold on,
Absolutely.
So if you don't put dye in the pickle, it'll be a different color?
How much can a pickle change color? That's the point.
A pickle
That's
is
the
a pickle
point.
is a pickle.
Yeah.
I know
you-
it's
I'm
That's
telling
it.
you.
Does it get darker green?
Yeah,
They
no,
get- I don't know what color dye. They have yellow dyes, they have green dyes, they have blue dyes.
A pickle is a pickle.
Okay?
I'm so glad
I
I'm
didn't
here.
wanna-
I'm so glad I'm here as an expert to discuss the color of a pickle.
There you
I
go.
just wanted to
Alright,
know
thank
because you
you.
said there's dye in pickles.
There you go.
So did they dye
And
in
in
pickles?
Morocco mo
Gentlemen,
is just mo.
it was just an example.
All right.
It was just a simple example that if you read a label
Yes.
and you see lots of words you can't pronounce and you have dyes in that,
You
nobody
say,
should have a dye. You say,
"Fuck
put
that,
it
I'm
back.
out."
Thank you. You put
Yeah.
it back on the shelf.
Yes.
Because you can, like I said before when we were talking, peanut butter. Peanut butter is actually healthy for you. Grind the peanuts, you get natural
yourself.
peanut
Yeah,
butter.
yeah.
If you look at all the labels, whether it says, I won't name brands, but natural or low fat or whatever,
Right.
it's got peanuts, it's got palm oil, it's got
Yep.
sugar,
Yep.
it's got salt.
just have
It
peanuts
should
in
just
it.
have peanuts. Thank you very
Just
much.
has peanuts.
Yeah.
So eating healthy is key, and you can eat healthy, and you can go to the store and buy produce and fruit. And people go, "What's more expensive?" You know what you pay for a price of a bag of potato chips that's totally bad for you, or Fritos or whatever.
Right.
You can eat healthy if you choose to.
And that's why probably when you walk into the store, what's in the front? The unhealthy food.
Yeah,
Because
or
it's-
going
right?
out. The
They want
register.
to divert you from finding the
right,
healthy
right,
food
right.
because they want to keep you what? As we said, they want to keep you
Unhealthy.
Unhealthy.
Because
Here's
then
the
it
thing.
costs.
Absolutely.
Big
Sick
Pharma loves it.
people.
6 people.
Because
Yeah.
let me get there. Because the price of insurance will continue to rise, as I always say, as long as the pool in this country is unhealthy.
You got that right.
Agreed.
I
Agreed.
want to
Yes.
ask you two a quick question.
Shoot.
Maybe one of you can answer. Well, what's the deal with organics? Why are organics
Okay,
more expensive?
I will tell you that's a really good question because
Is it both or
say
is it-
no. Well, some of it is.
Yeah.
Some of it
Okay.
is. Okay, so we call ourselves Beyond Organic for a reason. Organic means they've been grown in soil that's been proven to be not contaminated. But that doesn't mean the plant doesn't have, pollution from airplanes going by or in the air or rain or anything else. It just means it's an organic soil, so they can put organic on the label. But once you grow an organic product, what do you do with it to send it across the states to sit in a grocery store for 3 weeks? They spray things, and they can do that even if it was organic.
Yes.
So organic does make a difference for the growth process. Like celery, do you remember we did that celery and you put it in a blue dye and
Yes.
it goes up the vein, right?
Yes.
Okay, everybody did that in biology class, I think. So whatever's in your earth is what is going to go into your plant. So organically grown does make a difference. So buying locally, farming, we should eat whatever is local in our area instead of getting it shipped from all over. Because even if it was grown organically, which is better than, with the stuff in the chemicals in the earth, it's going to be sprayed. It's going to, like, if you pick lettuce that was grown from your local farm and you pick it up and you want to have it in the next couple of days, you've got to eat it in the next couple of days.
absolutely.
But you can buy organic lettuce in the supermarket that was grown organically, but they packaged it, they sprayed it, they sent it on their merry way across the country, and it sits in your supermarket, and then it goes in your refrigerator for a couple of days, and then it's not good. So that's where the organic is not necessarily.
Question:
I-
You know how they have?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you know how they have those markets out there, like
Yeah,
in
the
White
farmers
Plains?
markets are
Right,
the
but
best, yes.
how can you tell if it wasn't sprayed or
You
anything like
have
that
to ask,
from?
you can
You have
ask
to
them.
ask,
And most farmers in a farmer's market will be very honest with you. Some of them are totally organic and some of them will say they do spray lightly, still far better. And honestly, I tell everybody,
tell
just
'em.
clean it in our couple of drops of our solution and it'll clean it. You want to clean. I never eat any produce that I haven't cleaned first.
Okay.
Same.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing,
And you could taste salad.
Oh, yeah.
in
I was
there.
I was just
Yeah.
about to tell you
Yes,
that
yes.
my wife and I, we grow stuff every
Oh, yeah,
summer.
so
We have a
different.
greenhouse. It tastes so different. Like
So
I'll
different.
go outside and I'll grab
Yep.
the tomatoes
Yep,
and
absolutely.
I can eat.
Yep.
I call them wolf apples. But
Oh, yeah.
I'm
That's
like,
it.
listen,
Oh,
that
yeah, they're
scarf
like
them
There's
down,
such a
man.
different flavor,
Yeah.
such a different flavor.
Absolutely.
So, because people will say to me all the time, "Oh, come on, Carolyn, it's not really so organic,"
No,
and
you
I'll
can
go.
taste it. You
And
can
sometimes
taste it.
I do taste tests. Okay,
Yeah.
try yours, and here's one, and they'll be like, "Always pick the organic one." I go,
Yep.
"Isn't it funny how you always pick the organic,
I-
but
you
it's no
know,
difference?"
I remember.
Yeah.
There's a crazy story. I didn't know anything about real eggs until the only thing that I knew was you pick them up in the supermarket. And
Oh.
eggs.
They are real
But
eggs.
no, but here's the thing.
Oh, so
Until
different.
my grandmother, when I had my first son, my grandmother came over to take care of him, and I remember that we had chickens, and
What a
I told her,
difference.
"You're leaving the eggs outside. Why are you leaving them? They're
Yeah,
gonna
you
go
don't
bad."
need
She
to
goes,
refrigerate
"No,
them, no.
Not real.
and they're dirty. You didn't
Yeah.
clean them." She goes, "No,
Nope.
you can leave that
Right.
egg out."
Yeah.
For
And it'll
weeks.
last
For weeks.
longer than the
Yeah.
one in
Yeah,
the
in the
freezer.
fridge.
Oh,
Yep.
I tell people all the time that there's certain things they listen to me about, and I'll go, spend the money on the better eggs, spend the money on the grass-fed milk,
Yep.
spend the chicken. Do not get the cheaper chicken
Yep.
because it's loaded with chemicals.
Well,
Get the free
I was
range.
just talking to a butcher,
Uh-huh.
and the butcher was telling me that the grass-fed cows are so much better for you
Yeah.
than, let's say the Purdue cows or whatever
Absolutely.
they are, because, those cows from the huge manufacturers, they're feeding
Disgusting.
them shit, right?
Yeah.
So if they're feeding
Yep.
these cows stale hamburger buns, let's say, that's all carbs, right? So now these cows are bulkier, so they weigh
Yeah,
more.
exactly.
So the farmer makes more money selling that cow
Bringing
to the
them to market.
slaughterhouse.
Yeah,
And
bringing
then
them
when
to
you're
market.
eating it,
That's what you're putting in your
eating
body.
this cow
Yeah.
that ate all this carbohydrate, and then let's say you have a gluten allergy, you're wondering why you have this gluten allergy. It's because this
Because
cow is
yeah.
consuming all carbohydrates.
Well, that cow is
Shitty
also,
carbohydrates.
they also, and I've heard this more than one time, they ground up all old candies,
Yes.
wrappers and all,
Yes.
and put it in cow feed.
Yes.
I have been buying the free range and the grass fed for many, many years for the treatment of the animals. You
Yeah.
should never, the animals are
Well, you are
abused the
what
way
you
they're
eat. Yeah.
So I always did it for that reason. but what they feed the cows are not meant to eat all that. They have that double digestive
Double-
system,
yeah,
you know.
double
So
digestive.
they get sick. So they're now given antibiotics. So where do you think those antibiotics go?
They go
They go
right
in your
into our
meat.
mouth.
Exactly. So
But according to the FDA, they can't
Oh,
get
I
milk
will
from
say-
cows
I will-
that
I
have been
will-
on antibiotics. Am I correct?
I have no idea about that, but I will tell you, the FDA also allowed aspartame to be made. It
Exactly.
was a huge killer. So
Exactly.
because people will say to me, you know, nutritional supplements are not approved by the FDA, which is
Right.
thank God, because
Yeah.
I say, well, I don't really trust the FDA so
Yeah,
much
it's
because
true. Because
they
the FDA
have,
is in big pharma's pockets.
yep, big pharma's pocket.
But
Exactly.
let me get this
Yeah.
question. So
Yeah.
we
100%.
know how
Yeah,
high
wow.
we know how high the obesity rate is in this country.
terrible.
And I know you and Nicole were having a very
Yes.
good discussion earlier
Yes.
about the GLP-1 So let's go.
Going down.
All right,
Yeah,
before
it's
we
going
do
down.
that, can
Yes.
I give you what is really health?
Yeah,
Before
go ahead.
Okay, I started and we got distracted. It is about what you eat. It is about, yes, you probably have to supplement what you eat because you can never get everything from your food.
What do you
That's
mean
a given.
supplement?
Like nutritional
Vitamins,
support, vitamins,
nutritions, yeah.
because you just cannot get everything from your food anymore.
Okay, okay.
So you need to do that. You
Well,
need
whoa, because I'll just, you know, I'm very
Okay,
little.
okay.
Like what kind of vitamins would you
everybody-
recommend? Give me some
all
vitamins
right,
that you
everybody
recommend.
needs-
Let me
It's
add on.
It's
Let me
not that
add on.
easy because it's a cultural thing.
Well-
Let's admit it. I mean, some of us in our cultures, we grew up with certain foods that we have. I think we've been genetically dispositioned to
rice and beans?
No, we can't live without it, man.
Rice and beans, nothing better with
It's
rice
very
and beans.
I know.
important.
Nothing
I
right
know,
there.
but I
No,
think
but they'll
the
tell you
big
how
thing
bad
is
white
portion
rice
control.
is as
Well,
opposed
white
to
rice
brown
is
rice.
not as well. That's a given. But if
Right.
you eat white rice,
Doesn't taste the
I
same,
say
though.
live your 80,
No, no.
20, live 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, do what's really right, and the 20% you can fool around a little bit as long as you are living basically
and I
healthy.
agree.
All right.
And
Completely
that
agree with
so I mean I'm not and in all honesty, white rice maybe 20, 30 years ago, with whatever you're eating,
Yeah.
everything is a little bit tainted now. You got to be real
Yes,
careful with what
yes.
you eat. So I'm not telling you, and you eat according to your culture, that's
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, there's certain things we
but
can't
you know
give
what?
up.
But you know, like I said, you know, I ate really healthy. I grew up in an Italian household.
Yeah.
You don't eat a lot of processed junk food. So if you're gonna say, oh, I want to eat my white rice, then instead of the brown rice, okay, so make it up somewhere else. I don't buy my meat in the supermarkets. I buy it like it's shipped from the farms because then I trust that it was really free range
Yep.
and farmed.
Yep.
And you know, so can
So
you
you
always
cut out the
trust-
middleman.
Yes. Well, it's cutting out the middleman, but it's keeping the farmers who want to farm properly and
Yes.
and you know raise their cattle, and the pork is it's also about the treatment of animals for me too. But you know they
There are more and more studies
pasture-
that the way the animal
Live.
dies and lives
Yeah.
is
The way that
you know
they're
what you're
slaughtered.
eating.
It
and
affects- yeah.
if you're eating an animal that was traumatized prior to it being slaughtered, you have to think about it in a way where you know it's that fight or flight, right?
Yeah.
So like if you're being chased by a serial killer, your adrenaline's pumping. That's going into your bloodstream. That's you
Yeah.
know that's going to be processed through your
Right.
body. So the same thing with an animal. If they're being slaughtered in a way where it's
And it's cruel.
traumatizing,
It is cruel.
they have more blood issues in their body.
Really?
I don't want to say like you know, but they have more like
There's
you
a
know
lot more hormones and chemicals
exactly
Being
being
released.
released
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
that bloodstream
Being
before
secreted.
they get
Gotcha.
they get unalived.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And now you're eating that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? So
Absolutely.
like you have to think about it that way. And it's crazy to think about it that way, but that's the way you have to think about it
Gotcha.
because it's the truth.
Yeah, so that's why like
All right, got you.
people
But
spend
get
like,
just
whoa,
rewind.
whoa.
Get back to what you were
So we
saying.
got- I
can
So
only-
that we
I
can
can only
we
get
can
to
get to
three.
the real
I
debate.
can only
I didn't get to the
get to
real
I know, but I
debate.
have one question and it's
go,
fast. I have
go,
one question and it's
go,
fast. I
here
have
we
one
go.
question and it's
Go
fast.
ahead.
Yes,
He forgot.
you forgot the question.
No, I'm warming
He is
up to it
old.
because I have to figure out how to present it.
Uh-oh.
It's kind of a personal question. But
Okay, yeah.
Your mother was a great cook, wasn't
Yes, she was, and my father owned
Was
an
even
Italian
better.
restaurant. My father owned an Italian restaurant, and my mother was a great
pasta?
cook.
Gotcha.
My grandmother did. No,
Oh.
yeah, my
Angel
grandmother
hair
did.
or what?
Whatever kind.
All
Different kinds. Yeah, yeah.
All right, so
All
go
right,
for it.
so-
Let's go.
Okay,
Hold
so
on,
here
let's
we
get
go.
back
Here we
so
go.
we can
with
get to the.
all right,
We can get to
nobody
that.
say anything till I
Yeah,
finish this
everyone
list, and you
Go.
can ask me any question you want. It is you eat healthier, you
Right.
supplement where needed, because you're not going to get everything from your food. You have to hydrate. You have to drink a lot of water. Have to. But self-care is important. So you have to literally think of not only self-care as in meditation, yoga, breathing to relax. You also need to sleep well. And people don't sleep well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let me finish. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I
Then
wanna get to that.
family, friends, faith, community, sense of purpose, and passion create a really healthy human being.
You're gonna write that down for me before you do that.
Sense of, hold on, can I say sense of purpose, but mission oriented?
Mission-
wait,
yeah,
Joey-
that's a sense
Joey
of purpose.
recorded
That's true. You
Yeah.
gotta have a mission
You
because
have to
I
have a
always say
mission. You
there's
have
a
to,
mission
yes.
to reach
Yeah, you
that
have- you
purpose.
have to
There's
have
always
to,
a mission
yes.
to reach the purpose.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah, you have
Because
to
you
say
want,
that-
because I always say you want to get that certificate of completion when you get up there, right? So you got to finish your purpose.
And you know what? When you wake up every day and you
Yes.
do something you don't love,
Yes.
what kind
Oh,
of day
wow,
do you have?
yes.
But when you wake up every day with a passion,
Absolutely.
like every day I wake up with a passion that who can I help today?
Yes.
And my purpose is to share something that's going to
Awesome.
make a difference for somebody's life.
That's right.
And if you wake up that way, you have a much better day.
Yes, you do.
100%.
And then I
You're
also
awesome.
and I also
Absolutely.
and
Where
I also
have you
believe
been all my life?
well, that you never know. And the other end of it is when I go to bed at night, I have a gratitude journal by my bed. And people think about all the negative things that happen in their day,
No,
Yes.
you
and they
gotta think
complain.
about the
I
positive.
only think about the positive,
That's right.
and I think I write down what I'm grateful for, and I guarantee you, I tell my people all the time, and you'll sleep better.
Yeah. And no,
There's
I
so
don't want
much
to say
to be
just sleep.
grateful
It's a
for.
I don't wanna
every
say-
day. It's a
Yeah,
mindset. It's all
mindset.
But I don't
mindset.
wanna
If
say
you're
sleep.
living in a
I
negative
always-
mindset,
Sleep is important.
you're gonna
No, I don't
have
want
a
to say it like
negative
that.
day.
It's sleep, yes,
No, I agree.
but you want to rest.
Oh, you have to rest. Yes.
Right. So
And you
sleep to
don't-
me,
and if you're
sleep to me,
sleeping
you'll
and
be
you're-
dreaming and
Yes,
stuff.
yes.
But if you're resting,
Yes.
you're good.
There's all you have the
Right.
REM sleep, your deep sleep, your light
Yes.
sleep. You have to
Core
do
sleep,
all that
yeah.
sleep,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to. If you go to bed with something on your mind and your brain doesn't
Yes.
calm,
Down,
You're like a
yeah.
deer in
doesn't calm
headlights.
down, you wake up
Yes.
still tired.
I'm gonna
Yes.
say something about that. You know, there are so many things that go on in so many people's lives. And I was having a conversation with somebody not too long ago that I had told them this, and I said, you know, I sleep in the best pillow in the world every night. That's called a clean conscience.
Yep.
Because when you
Yes.
when you do something
very
wrong,
good.
it stays with you.
Stays with
And
you.
it
All day.
festers you,
Yeah.
and you say, you
Yeah.
know what, I shouldn't have done that. That was
Yeah.
wrong of me to do that. But when you can go to sleep and you can say, you know what, I did nothing but good things, and I
Yeah.
was very, very positive today, you sleep sound.
Yeah.
Positivity is such a big
Yes.
part of your overall wellness that
Yes.
people have no clue.
Yeah.
They
That's
have no
right.
clue.
You
Yeah.
always have, my brother calls me Miss Mary Sunshine because I'm always, no matter what happens to me, I'm always looking at the bright side.
That's right.
My
right?
kids,
Because you could dwell on the
Yeah.
negative,
Yeah, you
and
can.
then
Oh, you
you'll
could.
be
And there are many
miserable.
people who
Yes,
do.
so
Many people.
My kids will say to me,
Stuck in it.
"Ma, would you take off the rosy glasses?"
Yeah,
And
no,
nope.
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 No, every day. I do
Yeah.
it. Like me, for me, every day.
Yeah.
I love what I do.
Yep.
Right? I do what I love.
Yep.
And the other thing is, it has been a mission to do exactly what you say, save as many lives as
Yep.
possible.
Well, not only that, Santiago.
Through my expertise of what I do.
Yeah,
Just
but
being of service to other people.
Just being alive.
True.
There you
Being
go.
able to
There you go.
open your eyes in
Thank
the
you.
morning
Thank
and be
you.
like, okay,
That's
I'm
awesome.
healthy,
And
I'm
that's,
here.
and
Yeah,
that's
don't-
some
and I
people
always
don't
say-
realize
No.
alive is
No.
that way. They
But
wake
I-
up with another day.
Yeah.
But I always say,
Yeah.
don't disregard.
Wonderful, another day. I'm
Yeah.
here. I'm
Yeah.
alive.
No, no,
I
no.
can
Tomorrow
walk,
is
I can
guaranteed to
breathe.
nobody. Live
Exactly.
today to the
Live
fullest.
today.
Don't
Same.
I always say don't disregard the small blessings
Yep.
of just opening
Yep.
up.
There are
I
so
totally
many.
agree
There are so
because so
many.
many people are looking for big blessings
No.
that they
No.
forget to acknowledge
And
the
you know
small
what it is?
blessings.
Tell people to do a
And
gratitude
always
journal.
and
So
always
many
do that. And I
people-
always tell people out there, always do
Always
this.
say
Yep.
No matter what, I don't care if you're a garbage man. I don't care if you're a UPS driver.
Doesn't
I
matter
don't
what you
care if you're mailman. I don't care if it's your train driver. Say thank you.
I go through life
People
telling
are
people all the time,
so-
just say
Thank
thank
you. And
Yeah.
They
say,
complain about so many things. I go,
And I'll
So
say,
what?
say,
Yeah.
but I'm just
it's
saying
not
the
rosy glasses. It's
Yeah.
not. I've had this saying ever since the military. It's like it could be worse, man.
It could be worse.
oh,
It
it
could
could
be a
always
lot
be,
worse,
it could
man.
always be worse.
Be worse.
It could always
Yeah,
be
it's
You have
worse.
a roof
do
over
you
your head,
believe
you
this
got
shit's
clothes
like,
on your
bro, it
back.
could be
It
worse.
could be
man.
worse,
Like,
and
it
you're
could be a
right.
lot
You
worse.
have-
You're right. You're absolutely
appreciate.
right.
I always
You
say
have your health.
Yeah,
Without
appreciate
your
the small
health,
stuff.
you have nothing,
You have
right?
nothing.
So like,
That's
as
what I
soon
tell
as you
people.
wake up in the morning, no matter what's aching or whatever, that's making you realize you're alive and
That's
you're living
right.
There
another
you go.
day.
There you go.
Right?
That's
So
the
like,
truth.
why not be grateful for that? I'm grateful for
Absolutely.
the arthritis in my
Right.
knee because it shows me that I
You're
have
still alive,
a
man.
really good life.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're happy with that.
love it.
I might have some help for that nutritionally. Yeah, I might be able to help you with that arthritis in your knee. Yeah.
And a lot of people miss this. They don't appreciate the small victories every day.
Every day.
Appreciate the
Actually do.
people. Appreciate the small
That's
victories.
right, that's right.
You're not always looking for the big victories.
Yeah.
When I'm on my lives during the day, I'm always looking for one new person to come in and just enter into the room,
Yes.
so that they feel that positive light.
Yes.
And that is a small victory for me on a daily basis.
But
and
you
I
do
love
have
it.
to agree. You have those people that you're happy when they come into your home, and then you're even happier when they leave.
That's true.
That was well put.
That's a small negative. But
It's
But
like
remember,
it just becomes more fun when they leave.
but that's why we were talking about earlier the 3 tiers of friendship, but we'll get there. Hold on. Let's get to that.
Okay.
Let's get to the GLP-1
Okay.
discussion,
I want to
please.
hear about the.
So the GLP-1s. Now I love. I'm on this. I know I haven't.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Sure.
So I was wondering, because you were all talking about food, and what I was wondering is that why do we agree to certain ingredients here, but in other countries
We don't agree.
We don't agree.
We don't agree.
they are not approved or banned?
They have been approved, and we are the ones who, if we look at a label and we don't buy it, they won't make it.
Yep.
So we have to be educated to look at what's on that label and say, I'm putting it back on the shelf. And if it doesn't get sold, they'll say, I'm going to change it, which
They'll
is why
reconsider,
I just
yeah.
heard the other day, Target is pulling all of the cereals that have all the colors in it off their shelves. Because then
nice.
I think that's wonderful.
Yep.
They don't have to wait for government approval or FDA.
Yeah.
We know now how bad those dyes are for
Yep.
kids. I've been saying it for 20, 30 years. Like, if it has a dye in it, put it back on the shelf.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, it can't be that bad. Yes, it is.
No, it's bad.
So now, because we know that, and this movement that I've been talking about, MAHA movement, Make America Healthy Again, moms are all over this because they understand that the reason their kids are as sick as they are, and how we are in America, as we age, you get way too sick that you shouldn't, because we're not taking that care. People have been saying to me for 30 years, they wouldn't make it if it wasn't.
they would.
Yes, they would. That's what I say. Yes, they would, because they're still making money.
Healthy
it's
people
our
does not
knowledge.
generate money.
Yeah, it's
Sick
our-
people
yeah,
generate
yeah,
money.
a lot
And
of money.
unfortunately, the
Yeah.
way the government
But
is
the
run,
thing is that they ban these ingredients in other countries.
yes.
Why are we not? Why
Because
are we
we're not, we're not, it's
somebody
money.
got paid
It's all
to
about
let it go
this.
through.
Money is money hungry, yes,
Yes.
I understand that. And I understand that the movement that you're
Yes,
part of.
yeah.
But the thing is that it needs to be a bigger movement than what.
The problem is-
because
Well,
even the small, the
I
smaller
think that-
movements are not making changes as of yet.
But they are.
Yeah, small
It's
steps.
They are.
It's small steps, it is.
They are making steps now, and actually, RFK Jr. is really making it very public.
Yep.
And if you wait for the government to change everything over, governments work slowly.
Yes.
But once you tell a bunch of mothers that this product is dangerous for their children, moms
They're gonna
will
listen
protect
more,
those.
yeah.
The mama bear protects the babies. So we will not. If they don't buy it, they'll remove it from the shelves.
Yep.
It's an individual, like we
So
said.
that,
it's
like,
Yeah.
look at the food pyramid. Everyone
Yeah.
made fun of RFK when he changed the food
I
pyramid.
love it.
Who eats cereal? Like, the food pyramid was what, 40 years old?
Yeah.
And there was cereal as like
Yes,
the
right.
basis of,
Yes,
who
right.
the fuck eats cereal for their
I
day-to-day
like my Raisin Bran.
food,
There's
right?
nothing wrong with
So
it.
like,
You're right, it is
you
pretty
have to
crappy.
think of
It
that.
was, yeah,
That's a 40-year-old
Oh,
food
okay.
pyramid.
It is
But
crappy.
now that
because
he's
that's what it-
changing
No,
it,
but it is crappy because
people
that's
are
what it is.
backlashing.
That's what I thought.
But
I
the
really
problem
thought you were
is,
telling me, and I
it's
didn't wanna,
going to
like,
take
tell you. No,
years
so-
for
but
people
it
to
is
realize
better than-
why it was
Yes.
changed, right?
Well, it's to-
So the same
like,
with
if I haven't
taking
gone in a
dyes
while,
and
I
products out of
need
the
some
food
Raisin Bran.
systems. It's going
I
to
guess
take
better choices,
years
yeah.
because, like she said,
Just
it's a
regular Raisin.
slow process.
It is a slow process.
So in order to make it faster, you have to educate the people so that the
Yeah,
people can
yeah.
make their own decisions.
Yep.
Because if Quaker Oats isn't selling their apples and cinnamon oatmeal anymore because there's
won't make
too
it.
many dyes and artificial flavors, they're not going to
They're not
make it
gonna
because
make
now
it.
it's a
That's
waste
the
of money
key.
for them, right? So you have to look at it that way.
The problem with us here is that we do work slow on making or banning certain foods when in other countries they do it right away. Why is our country?
Not necessarily.
Yeah,
No,
that's not necessarily true.
necessarily
Yeah,
true.
that's not necessarily
No.
true. But the bottom line is, doesn't matter what they do or what they ban. It's up to you. It's
Yes.
up to you and your
Yes.
family. I don't buy that stuff. I haven't bought it in 30 years,
Yeah.
40 years.
Me neither, I don't either.
But if
I don't
we
either.
tell
It's the
people,
education.
if we let people know, and now they do know what's in there and the dyes are bad, they hear it over and over from the government or whatever it is who's
Whatever,
telling
the
you.
powers that be.
Powers that be. They hear it. Now, everything takes a long time in official terms. But if everybody in their own household starts making changes,
Yes.
they're not going to put it on the shelf if
Yeah.
it's not going to sell.
Yeah. Look at Hostess.
Sandra,
Yeah.
Hostess just stopped making products
Right.
because people stopped
stop
buying
buying
She
them.
wants to
Exactly.
Sandra, can I
Say
just
it
say
again?
something?
Hold on.
Sandra, can I just say something real
Go ahead,
fast?
Juan.
Okay.
Yeah, say something.
Other
Go
countries
ahead.
allow women to be president. We haven't gotten there yet.
Exactly. It's true.
We need it.
True.
We need it, but
We haven't gotten there
that's
yet.
for another whole discussion.
Remember how we spoke about that? It would be really clean and.
But go ahead. What are you gonna say? You were gonna ask another question?
No, that's
All right, so I want to.
that's fine.
All right, it's the. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
It's the same thing with our field. As people would get healthier, you would see the cost of insurance come down. It's
Right,
just a
exactly.
natural effect. It's the
Exactly.
same thing with
It
food.
is.
The more people eat food that's bad for them, the health.
And the
well,
problem
that's what they'll keep on the
nowadays
shelves.
The news,
but the problem nowadays
we
is the.
gotta get,
Go
we
ahead.
gotta get it out there.
We do get it.
That's what the
but
Maha movement is
out there.
doing.
Yeah, it is out there.
That's-
It's just
So,
the
so how are we at the solution to the problem?
Yeah,
the
exactly.
disconnect is consumers want quick and easy,
There you
right?
go.
Because
living in a
nowadays
fast
you
society.
need two people in the household to work, otherwise you can't afford to
can't
live,
live.
right? So when two people in the household work, what's the easy way out? Takeout.
Fast.
What's the easy way out? Fast food. What's the easy way out? Going to the supermarket and just buying whatever the fuck's there so you could cook it real quick, right? Whereas 30 years ago, 40 years ago, the mom was able to stay home and make a meal from 10 o'clock in the morning and do her shopping and do her thing because dad was the only one working. So the issue now is you need, in a four-person house, you need three incomes, unfortunately.
Affordability.
So because of those three incomes, you're going to buy the chicken fingers and french fries. You're going to buy the McDonald's. You're going to buy the Nutella that has the palm oil in it just to make a sandwich.
Well, I worked. My husband worked.
Yeah.
I worked. I had two kids.
And
I
I'm
didn't
sure
buy that
you
stuff.
sacrificed a lot,
I
right?
cooked. We did take out pizza quite a bit.
Yeah.
But other than
But
the
it's pizza.
other
You
than
know,
the
it's pizza, yeah.
Very seriously, I
Same, yeah.
fit it in cooking.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
That's
have to.
it.
You
Well,
have
you
to.
could do
But
it
the thing is, a lot of
where they
people
prepare the
are
meals before the
tired.
week starts.
Some
Yes.
people cook
I mean,
on
we
Sunday.
do. I
Some
mean, we're
people
gonna
cook
get
on
into.
Sundays. Some people,
We'll
yeah.
get into the affordability thing because that is a big. That is a
I
a
was
big
just
thing.
telling
We
her,
both
like, I
worked.
yeah.
We both had to work, but
listen,
we
single
still
mom, I
did
got
everything.
2 kids, and whatever I have in the fridge, I'll throw together to figure out a
Yep.
meal so that I don't need to order takeout,
That's right.
But there are nights where I'm tired, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tired. But even those nights, I'll make pasta with butter. Pasta
yeah,
with butter
pasta with anything.
is easiest than anything.
yes.
And I'd rather my kids eat pasta with butter than chicken fingers with french fries.
That's right.
Okay.
And
Period.
then you can also throw in some egg and some
pesto, exactly, cheese,
Parmesan
whatever,
cheese.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
it's delicious.
Are you trying to escape my debate? I
No.
want to get
Oh,
to it.
okay,
Let's
sorry.
go. Stop it.
You can throw in some
All
broccoli
right.
there too.
Can
Okay.
we get to
All
it?
right. All right.
So I
Interfere
want.
when they're talking recipes.
All right.
I let them finish. I let them finish. All right, Sandra, I want to get to this debate. So let's get to it. It is the debate between GLP-1s and do it holistically
Well,
without
holistically-
GLP-1s? But
Yes.
go ahead.
No,
I'm gonna-
What-
so who's going for whole
We're on
grain?
GLP-1. My understanding this morning, I read that there's a study that it helps with alcoholism now too.
They're going to tell you it helps with everything because they want to keep it going.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
let's not listen to
Wait,
that.
yes.
So the GLP-1s have been around.
GLP-1s have been
Hold
around
on, hold
since
on.
existence because it's in your stomach
Let
already.
me introduce it. Let me introduce
Go ahead,
it.
son.
Didn't you
So-
introduce it already?
No, I did not. Nicole will be
Yes,
speaking
sir.
on behalf of GLP-1s. And
I didn't know this was going to be a debate.
I
It
know.
is a debate.
Do you need a little bell? Ding, ding, ding.
We'll be on the side of doing it without GOP. Would you want to say it like that?
Santiago and I
Should
will
I
be
say it like
excusing
that?
ourselves.
You can say it like that, but I will tell you,
Okay.
yes, without GLP-1s. But if you are going to use GLP-1s, it is you start for a small amount of time and you know your end game right away. You do not stay on them. I do believe there will be very unhealthy, and there are going to be a lot of health issues down the road. You can go.
Go for
Okay.
it.
So with GLP-1s, I also agree with you in a sense, right? Certain people who have high A1C levels, who have other medical ailments, cardiac issues or pre-existing issues, things like that. It's fine if you're taking the GLPs on a lower dose, but also working on your health journey.
Can I just say
Right.
one thing? Hold up.
Go ahead.
Just for everybody out there, GLP-1s, Mounjaro, Ozempic,
Yes, Zepbound.
Zepbound,
So
those
many.
are
Or
the
the generic tirzepatide and semaglutide.
Yeah, what are known
retatrutide,
as
things like that.
Big
the
pharma,
weight
big
loss.
pharma, big pharma,
Yes,
big pharma.
yes, yes.
What are
And
known
you're
as
right.
the weight loss medicines
Yes.
for, and I think you said it earlier. We said we're always looking, and I always when I have this debate, yes, we are looking for the quick, fast way to lose weight.
But see, that's the
wait.
problem.
Let me. I'm gonna premise it. I promise you, I'm gonna premise
Okay.
it. Yes, that is true, but also it's about this too.
Yes.
Because if you're gonna do the GLP-1s and you don't change this, guess what? You're gonna be with Nicole for life.
Yes. So how
Go
many
ahead.
times
And
do I
I just
yell
wanted
at...
to premise it like that.
Listen, I'm not the typical nurse that's just like, okay, let's start you on tirzepatide. I'm going to ask you, one, what your goals are.
Yes.
Two, what your day-to-day life is like. What do you eat during the day? Do you exercise? Are you hydrated? Correct me if I'm wrong, Santiago. And how many times have I yelled at you?
Oh my God.
Because you're dependent on the GLP-1 and not doing your due diligence
Yes.
as a human being.
Yes.
That's
right?
the common. That's what.
That's
happens.
the
I ain't
denominator.
common.
Oh, I'm sorry. That one aspect of
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
No,
That
that was
one
only,
aspect
that's
is
I've
common.
already,
So
but that was
for
in the
me,
beginning.
yes.
That was in the beginning,
For
not
me,
anymore.
I'm the person I'm fine to help you with it, but you also have to, expectations need to meet reality,
Yes.
right? So your
Absolutely.
expectation of, I'm just going to take this shot and do nothing else is bullshit,
Thank you.
okay? You need to take the shot and you need to train your mind and your body to say, okay, I'm taking this tool, because that's all it is.
That's all it
It's a
is.
tool in your toolbox to help you start to lose the weight, to jumpstart. Maybe you're too heavy to work out. Maybe you're too embarrassed. Maybe your joints hurt too much because of all the weight you have. So I'm going to give you this tool to help you lose some weight. But then you also have to change your diet. You have to change your exercise regimen. You have to change your commitment and your relationship with food, right?
That's where I would
That's what-
start. All right, so now what you've said is.
Let me just,
Oh, you keep interrupting me.
I-
Stop interrupting
No,
her.
I'm just
You
saying.
shut your mouth. Let her talk.
Etiquette.
Shut.
No, I'm just going back because that's what Alpha said on our
Yes.
first segment.
Yes.
I just wanted to.
So let her
But go.
All right, everything you said, if you had all those issues, that is where I would recommend they start.
Okay.
Not with GLP-1s. Change your mindset. Change your eating habits.
Let's say
See
they
how
did
you
all
eat.
that, though.
I'm saying if you did all
Yeah,
of that
yeah.
first and they're having trouble, if you give them the GLP-1, is that going to change their mindset?
It's not, but it may in a little bit, because if they're seeing the gains on the scale, it might change and be like, oh, this is working, so maybe I should not eat the pretzels. Maybe I should not drink, the ginger ale that's
Right,
there,
but that,
right?
That's a maybe. I'm not saying it can't be helpful
Yeah.
for people if they're truly at a health risk. Truly at a health risk. And you know that mindset, that whole changing everything in your lifestyle is very difficult to do. Let's
It
admit
is, it is.
Change is very, very
Yes.
tough. So if they do the GLP-1 and they're going to lose weight, right? But what that's doing is shutting down. The GLP-1s are a natural hormone in your stomach already. You know that. Okay. So they're there already. If you eat, you said amino acids, proteins.
Yes.
Protein will let your stomach know it's satiated. That's what proteins do. They fill you. Okay. So then your GLP-1s tell your brain, I'm full, stop eating. Okay.
Yep.
So their mindset is more important in that point than the actual chemical balance. So if they depend on the GLP-1. Their stomach will not. Their stomach is going to say, well, I need that GLP-1. And I think for people who are in a dangerous situation, it's going to take a long time for them to change their mindset, to get to exercise, to do all that stuff that's right. And you put them on like this low dose, it's because you say to them, we're putting you on this to get you off of this.
Yep.
Yes.
We're putting you
That's
on
what
this
I tell all
for
my
6
patients.
months, whether it's a low dose, whatever dose you give them. It is not for life. It
That's
is
right.
Yep.
in 6 months, let's get you where you need to go. Okay, maybe you need a year, but you need to maybe even a year and a half, depends on how far
Yes,
gone they are.
yes.
But you know it's an end game
Yes.
because your stomach will shut down if you depend on GLP-1s to shut your stomach down.
Yes.
Eventually, it's not going to work anymore.
Yes.
So when you get off that GLP-1, your stomach's going to go, wait a minute, I don't know when to stoke down because where's that stuff that was helping me
But
do
there
it?
are a lot of studies, and the GLPs have been around for at least 20 years,
Yeah,
right? And
because they've
a
been in
lot
your
of
stomach
these stu-
forever.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
but a lot of these studies are showing that it does help with depression. It does help
Ooh.
with addiction. It does help with shutting off that food noise. So it does help with cardiovascular risks.
Oh,
It
that's
does-
that's the weight loss. That's
Yeah.
that's strictly weight loss.
100%,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't help with those things because when you're losing weight and you feel better, your mindset's better.
Yep.
I'm not doubting, but it's not necessarily a chemical study that proved it to me. It's just because you are finally seeing results.
Yes.
I get that. That's fine. But those results have to show you that I can do this.
Yes.
And I feel better, and now I can exercise, and now I'll drink more water because it's good for me. And you're telling me I have to eat a healthy diet, so I'm going to do all that, and I'm going to get off of this, and then I'll be in control. Because the whole thing that I do in life is with everything, it's you need to take control of your health,
Yes.
not that pill.
It's a lot. Listen, I get it.
I love it.
It's a lot easier said than done. Like for you,
Of
it's very
course.
easy because that's your mindset. For me, I'm very disciplined. Like
Right.
I eat in moderation. I don't not eat everything. I eat whatever I
Right.
want, but in moderation.
Right,
If I
right.
want a chocolate chip cookie, I'm having one chocolate
Right,
chip cookie.
exactly.
If I want ice cream, I'm having ice cream once a week.
80-20 rule.
Right?
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
I'm not
I
one
agree
to
with you. I
avoid,
agree
like,
with you
yeah.
completely. The only difference we really have there is I really do believe as soon as you start a GLP-1, whatever your dose, it is because you know you're working toward the end game.
Yes.
And you're going to tell them, like, we are really weaning you off of this by now.
100%.
Not, okay, you can stay on it forever.
Yeah.
Because like you say you're taking it, you're thin. You don't need it anymore.
I don't.
He doesn't. And if he does, it would be a very low dose.
Yeah, I
Why?
am.
Why would you need a low dose if he's thin and he now knows how to eat better?
That's true.
Like, why would he
No,
stick
I
with
do, but I just think I've been.
It's the easy way out.
No, I've been doing it so long, I just can't figure. It's a mind thing.
It's a
It's a
mindset.
mindset.
It is a mind thing. And we were just talking about mental health, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to go
right.
talk to somebody so I can talk my way
No,
off.
but it's true because like I have friends that are on it and they're like, I got really sick the other day and I'm like,
Yeah.
well, what'd you eat?
Yeah.
Maybe it was from the GLP that you're on. No, it wasn't the GLP. Well, what did you eat? I had lasagna. I had 3 margaritas. What the fuck are you doing with drinking 3 margaritas and eating fucking lasagna?
Right.
Whether you're on a GLP-1
Yeah.
or not.
Right.
You
But
know?
that's what I feel like people will just get used to depending on
Yeah.
it. Where if they know there's an end game, if they know they're going to have to be off it because you're teaching them how to do all those other things.
But you could teach
then-
someone so much and they could do it for a little bit and then they stop.
Yeah.
Well,
And
you know
then they
what?
come
That's
back
their
and they're
problem.
like, I need-
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Then they go off it because their stomach is going to have to work again, and it's up to them. Do I want to gain back the weight, or am I going to try to do this on my own? But if they use it as a
Can I just
crutch-
say?
if you use it
But
as
can
a
I just say
crutch-
one thing? I just
Yeah.
want to put it in business terms.
Yeah.
Because when you say it like that, reciprocal business is big. You know what I mean? When you come off, like say, it's just about like when you come off, and if you can't do it yourself, that's what some people are counting on.
Wait,
that
she's
you're
not-
gonna-
you mean she's
I'm
not
not talking
getting
about
it
her.
now. Wait a minute. You're
I'm not saying.
She's making
Santiago's
keep
gonna
him
come
on
back to me.
forever.
See,
Keep him on
see?
forever.
No, I'm not doing that.
I'm not talking about her
Yeah.
specifically, but there are people
There
out there.
are people
Yeah,
out
but
there.
so is that any reason to keep them on reciprocal
No.
business on your health? No way in hell.
No. I'm saying when you say it the way you said it, take them off, wean them off, right? Some people will do that, to spite the person. And
But
the
not
reason
only
why
that,
is because
I get what you're trying
they
to
know
say,
they will come
Santiago,
back.
But not.
Oh,
But
no,
that,
no,
you
I'm
gotta
not
explain it. You gotta
let's
I'm
explain
not
it.
thinking it
Okay,
that way.
Well,
let's say-
I'm
let's
just
say-
saying how
okay,
some
so
people
Let's say
are.
Santiago let's say I say, Santiago, you've been on this for 3 years now. I'm taking you off, right? Okay.
Is he really on for 3 years?
No.
No.
But let's say, Santiago,
I was going to get worried there.
you've been on this for 3 years. I'm going to take you off now. And 3 months later, he's gaining weight. He's not doing good. And he comes back to me and he's like, Nick, I got to go back on. And I'm going to be like, nope, sorry. I helped you already. Here's the tool.
No.
He's going to find someone else.
No. But see, but the
That's what
difference
I'm
is,
saying.
no, but the difference
That's
is,
what he's
but the
saying.
Yes.
difference is this. If you said to him, I'm going to start you on this, but you're going to wean off in a
I
certain
say
amount of
it.
time
I say
and
it.
be off it,
I say it.
all right, well, then you've learned nothing. So you better go back to your
That's it. There you
mindset.
go.
I want to ask a
I
question.
mean, if you don't take
But it's
control of
not
your own
me.
health, it's not her that's going to keep you
Oh,
healthy.
hey,
It's
Sandra,
you.
why she keep
It's
looking
you.
at me? It's
Yeah,
not me.
hold
It's
on,
not me,
hold on,
Sandra. It's not
hold on.
me.
Because
Okay.
I think that it's important, and I
ahead.
don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Yes.
I wanted you to expand on this. Your stomach shuts down part, because that.
If
I don't-
the way your stomach
Any
works.
medication that you
Yeah.
take, it doesn't matter about your stomach.
Yeah.
Any medication that you take
Right.
externally that you put in your body, you become dependent on.
Yes.
Right?
Mm.
So it's
Wow.
just like
Yeah.
picture a bakery.
Right.
Okay? You bake chocolate chip cookies every day.
Right.
Now I come in and I say, I'm going to take the load off you. I'm going to bake your chocolate chip cookies for you. You worry about your toffee cookies and your sugar cookies. I'll make your chocolate chip cookies.
Right.
So now I'm making your chocolate chip cookies for you for 2 months.
Right. And then I
After
leave.
that, I leave.
Yeah.
Peace the fuck out. Now
Yeah.
you're like, what the fuck?
What am I gonna
do?
do?
What am I doing?
This guy made great
Exactly.
chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah. Now I gotta make the chocolate chip cookies on top of
I
the
can't
toffee.
do that.
Exactly.
I don't think
That
I would
doesn't-
have used the bakery example for
Watch
GLP-1.
this.
But
I'm
it's
just
just
saying.
any medication
Hold on, wait.
in general, right?
I understand.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, wait.
But expand
The
on
greatest
that.
example,
Yeah.
Juan, is that why are you in your office every day at 9 o'clock when you really don't have to be?
Yeah. That's
the
another
great-
debate, but
No,
we'll get to
that's
that
what
one.
they're talking about right now. You are so
You're
used to-
regimented.
Yes, you're
Yes, so.
regimented to
Yes.
be there at 9 a.m. And
Got it.
like me, you know, I'm the same way. Like I know when people say, "Oh, why you continue to work at these CVS's? You don't really have to." I've been doing it so long, I don't know
It's
any
all
better.
I know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I love it. I love,
Plus,
and
plus
plus
you
I
guys
love
are
it.
men and you're used to regimen, so you're not going to change
Oh
that.
my
That sucks,
goodness!
But that's a totally different
Changes a whole
topic. Yeah.
other topic.
For men,
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
totally different
We
topic.
need to get into that topic,
Why
but
we
not
gotta
today.
go to the- we gotta go to the man stuff.
It's the
Please.
truth.
All right, so hold up.
To answer
Is
your
there
question,
any
it-
medical,
Yeah, go ahead.
Are there any medical researches or any facts or studies that prove that your stomach works, or is that a
I
psychological
have spoken
thing?
to people who are not in the medical field, who are in other holistic forms of energy health or whatever
Yeah,
kind of health,
medicine.
who are saying this eventually is going to shut down your stomach if you
But
don't
do
learn
they
how to
have?
use
Do
it.
they have?
Yes, they do.
Are we
But
going
I
to
can't
be-
tell. I can't cite it here. I
this-
don't know.
Because
Yeah.
we are now in a bubble. I mean, the amount of people that are beginning to take GLP-1s for
Yes.
the
Right.
reason that they want to lose weight,
Right.
because that's
Yes.
the society that we are.
And it's about to
you know what?
become-
If I can get a pill or an injection that's going to let me lose all this weight without me having
Right.
to exercise, that's what I want.
But you
Okay,
still
we
need
can't blame them.
to
Quick,
have
fast,
the
and
What
And
about
I
people-
agree with
what
you,
about
Juan. I
people
agree
who
with
did
you.
the
You do
stomach?
need to exercise.
How about the people who had the
I don't
Staples.
believe in any of that.
Yeah,
I
but
used to be a
that.
but they
gastric
did
bypass
that.
nurse. It's
They did
horrible.
that, and they lost their weight because they needed
But
to
they
be
all
thin
gained it back.
because they didn't learn anything from it,
Yes.
and eventually they gained it back.
Yes.
So unless you plan on staying on the GLP-1s for your life,
Right.
you need to learn how to. This is the way I've been eating. So if I have eaten only one pork chop for the last year,
Yeah.
when
No,
I
no
go
pork
off the GLP-1, am I have to eat two, or could I?
Yeah.
I'm probably
At the
going
end
to.
of the
My-
day,
my-
it's
I
all
guess the
about
real
discipline.
question here
It's
is-
just
discipline.
all
It's
about
self-discipline.
discipline.
It's
Yes.
mind.
Yes.
It's your mindset.
Yes.
It's your
Mind over
discipline.
matter.
Agreed,
And,
totally
and it
agree.
is if you're eating with the GLP-1 for how many? Like say a year.
Yes.
Okay, because I say
Absolutely.
a year is
Yeah.
an end date. You have worked with them about how much they eat, what they do every day, how much
Yes.
they constantly, right? So he knows what's right.
Yes.
All right. So if he goes off of this and goes right back to what he was doing,
There's no point.
there's no point.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's up to him because it's his life
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
it's his body.
Let
so
me
why
tell you,
would he? He
I've
might go
been
back a
on-
little. I mean, it's so easy to lose weight and gain weight, but not crazy.
I've been on
No,
semaglutide since 2022. But I'm on a quarter of a milligram. I'm on the loading dose.
But you
I'm
don't
on-
even need it because
I-
you're thin enough. You don't need it.
I'm thin enough. But for me, it has the adverse effect. Like instead of making people constipated and nauseous and stuff, it actually helps me.
Oh, okay.
So for me, it helps.
But
right?
see, then I would recommend nutritional support that's
I've
totally safe with no negative
100%
side effects
done all of that.
would help you
Yeah.
to live, like, because I think anybody who's on any GLP-1s, or you have to be putting in things that will
I
help
do
your
all
health.
of- trust
and
me, I
good
do
side effects.
all of that.
But then you
Yeah.
will probably not need that. It's in your head too.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go back to the original question, and I asked
don't
you
even
to
know what the
expand
original
it.
question
No,
was.
No,
but
this is great. I
but
love this.
And this is the question because
I think
it's not that I'm believing in the zombie apocalypse or anything like that. But when we hear about GLP-1s, we
Yes.
only hear about the good effects of it.
That's
But
not
unlike
it.
other drugs,
No,
but wait,
no,
hold on,
you
hold on,
hear
hold on.
some bad-
But
you hear some
unlike
bad
other
stuff.
drugs
I
where
got
we
you.
hear, okay, so if you take this, you're gonna have
X,
this
Y,
and
Z.
this effect, and this effect. We've all seen the commercials.
Yeah.
But my thing is that instead of
You
doing
will.
that, it almost seems like they're ramping it up because now it helps you with depression, it helps you with substance abuse. And my thing is this something that we are slowly growing into a bubble that is going to burst, and then we're
Absolutely.
going to have a whole bunch of sick people
So
I've
in the
already
future
seen,
because of it?
I've
There
already
are
seen
side
lawyers
effects.
saying already, if you have been taking
Oh, shit, if the lawyers are
GLP-1s
But I've
preparing for
seen
it,
that
that's it.
and you have had these effects,
Wait a
please
minute.
call us. It's already
Wait a
started.
minute.
It's already started.
I've seen
Oh,
that.
shit.
I've
If the
been-
lawyers
I've
are
been in
involved,
a-
that's it.
Wait, this is good.
No,
this
but I
is
mean,
good.
I've just seen this on
I've-
TV.
No, it's a
because-
serious
Wait.
debate to have.
I've
Yeah.
been in the testosterone field since 2013.
Okay.
In 2015, no, 2014,
Okay.
there was all these lawyers on TV. If you've been on testosterone replacement therapy, you can win a settlement.
Sure,
You can do this and that and the third.
And then it stopped all of a
And
sudden,
then
too.
it's why?
Right.
Because it wasn't fucking. Listen, there's good and bad in everything.
Yes,
right?
that's what I'm saying.
There's good
But
and
the
bad in
fact
everything.
that the
So
fact
if,
that's not
if
gonna
you're
happen.
abusing something, you're gonna have more side effects
Absolutely.
and symptoms.
Yes.
If you're doing it in a proper way and
Right.
you're being monitored,
And managed.
you're not gonna have.
Okay,
those
so
types of
question,
symptoms.
wait, question, case in point here.
Okay.
What will you say is the negative side effect to taking GLP-1?
You can have hair loss.
Okay.
You can, your eyesight does go a little wonky, right?
Okay.
But that also happens with age. Hair
That's
loss
true.
happens with perimenopausal symptoms and andropause, which
So
is
we're talking about a 30-year-old who's now taking GLP-1.
Can
They
I
still
just
got-
add something?
know.
I have a client that walked into my office, okay? I don't know. I look, I've been the same way, and I've told you this since college. So GLP-1s, I don't
Right.
even, and then.
brag
and then
about it, Juan.
I eat whatever I want.
I hate
eat my
people like
rations.
you, but that's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eating fucking
I am
pretzels
sorry.
and drinking
But here's
ginger
the-
ale.
Here's the thing.
I had a client walk into my office that was severely overweight
Mm.
and he started taking the GLP-1. He took the maximum dosage
Wow.
the first day.
No, that's not.
No,
good.
that's not
No.
the way it
He was
works.
sick to his
That's of
stomach.
course he was.
His wife
But
was
that's-
like, Juan,
that's his
he is
doctor's
like
fault.
really.
Who gave it to him?
That's
who
his
prescribed
doctor's
it?
fault, Juan.
Now, wait a
I-
second, can't you get it without prescription now?
No.
No, you still
he
need a
must have.
prescription.
Well,
No,
he
no,
ordered
no.
it online.
There
he
are
told
some
me.
things you can take the pill, you can take
order
this.
it online,
Eli
but
Lilly-
usually online, when you're a new client, they start you on the loading dose.
Yes.
Now, if he ordered it from 5 different companies and took all of them
Yeah,
at once,
right.
that's
Yeah.
the consumer's fault, right?
And then
And this
again,
is where
he's
a
one of
lot of
those
these
that-
lawsuits happen where a lot of people's, they were getting pancreatitis, their intestines were dying and all of that. It's because they were consuming it too
Without
fast,
medical
too soon,
guidance.
without
Right.
medical guidance.
And I
Yeah.
do
And
agree
I
with
think that
all
this-
of
that's
that,
what happened
but
with
if
him.
it can
Yeah, I think
happen,
that that's what
if it
he
can happen with taking
self-medicated.
high doses of it, it'll gradually happen with taking
Well,
low
That's
doses.
not
of
true.
it. I see. That's where I think that's where my mindset is that if
no.
you can do things that are totally with only side benefits, why even risk any side negatives? If you
But
can
if
do
you're
it,
doing
if you can't, then you need the help. But people are going
and,
on it
and
too
you're
fast.
doing it
Okay.
and you have someone that actually cares about the client.
Right.
Like I care about
But
my
see,
clients.
you're one person.
I am.
How many people are giving
you're
this
right. They
to
want
make
money.
their
They
money?
want money.
And
That's
people
what
have
I-
done it for a
that's what-
long
yeah,
period of
that's
time.
what we
I
Absolutely
know
right.
somebody who literally wanted to lose her 20 pounds of baby weight, and she went on it 2 years ago. Well, she is still on it. She is less than a size 2, and her doctor's okay with her taking it. And no matter what I say, I can't say,
Well, it
I mean,
don't-
like, your
But
doctor
did he
should not
did he
allow you
lower
to
her
stay on it.
dose now that
Is
she's
I don't
skinnier?
know. I don't know her
Is
that
he
well, but I
prescribing
know
it?
I met
Is-
her when she was just saying, I need to lose some baby
See that-
fat. And the next thing you know,
See,
she's
for
on
me,
GLP-1s.
like if you reach your goal weight, but you still want to stay on it because you didn't hit that mindset, I'm going to lower your dose and be like, look, you need to help yourself.
Yes.
You know, there's no reason
But
for
is
you
there
to
an
be on
end
a
game?
10 milligram
Of course.
dose. Of course there is.
Yeah, so you
Of
want,
course there
so
is.
in reality, you want people to go off it.
I do. I
Okay.
do. And you know what? If they go off of it, I'm going to give you an amino acid instead.
Which I
so
tell
I'd
them to eat
rather
more
you
protein,
be on the amino acid.
which is an amino acid.
You know? But an injectable is better because it goes through your, you know, your...
It
Goes right
depends.
Yeah,
into
stomach
venous
system
vein.
and all that.
It depends.
Yeah.
If you're really bioavailable with
Yeah.
what you're putting, there are good supplements
There
and
are
bad
very good
supplements. There are
supplements and very bad
good
supplements.
shakes. There are bad shakes. I mean,
100%.
yeah.
You know,
So I just want to say, guys,
go to someone that knows what
girls,
they're doing.
ladies, if you're gonna do the GLP-1s, I would recommend a person that cares about you.
definitely.
And
The
not
same
about
way
your
I talk about my
paycheck. Yes.
doing
Under a
insurance.
medical
Make sure
professional
they
supervision.
give a shit about
Yes.
you.
Like
Make
me.
sure that
And
it
they
is
don't,
a
and they
medical
don't, and
professional.
they're not doing what the scenario I gave, where I'm talking about they take you off because they want the residual business. And when I say residual businesses,
You're
it means
bouncing back.
you're bouncing back, and they know you're gonna bounce
They know
back.
you're gonna come back.
They know you're coming back.
Like
it
that.
reminds me of ladies out there that went to DR and got all those surgeries, right? How often do you go back once it comes back? Right? That's called residual business.
Yes.
And believe me, them doctors overseas, they know.
They're counting on it.
They're no, not even counting on it. They're counting the
They're
days
expecting it.
because they
They're
know you're
expecting
coming
it.
back.
Yeah.
So I just want to put that out there. Now, gee, we're all. I'm good. I'm in the middle with this. I see her going. I see it, and I've been with Nicole so long, so I gotta see her. So she'll beat me up. But
I won't beat him up.
I
maybe.
just want to say, people, you know, always when you're doing something medicinal, I recommend a doctor or somebody
yes.
that is knowledgeable.
Yeah.
If, for instance, you want to do it holistically, this is your person. Find her. What's the name of the program? What's
Carolyn
the name?
Mosswell.
Say it over there.
Carolyn
No, what's the
Mosswell.
name of the?
Oh, Shackley.
Shackley. Tell them what Shackley is, please.
Oh, Shackley is a company that Dr. Shackley started. He made the first multivitamin in 1915. We became a company in 1956. We're about health care for everything from cleaning products to supplements to nutrition to protein and protein shakes and skincare that goes into your bloodstream and is healthy. We are an all-encompassing health and wellness company, and they're celebrating their 70th anniversary this year because they are truly a company that has a conscience. Everything will be pure. Everything will be safe. Guaranteed. That's why I do what I do.
And it's also, I want to say, it's also about the mental health part of it.
Oh,
And I'm
absolutely.
sure that
Yeah,
both,
just-
I'm sure that both of you will agree that anytime that you are taking any type of medication, it should be under the supervision of a medical
100%.
professional. or
Please
somebody
don't
that can
Google
guide
MD
you in the
things.
right
Right,
direction.
right,
Do not
right.
AI
Please don't
you.
order
that
things
product.
off of online
Do
and not know what you're doing.
GLP-1s and try to
And-
make it
Not-
yourself, like I
Yes.
see. Somebody actually
It's
tried to
particular-
make one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and particularly with drugs like GLP-1s that may have adverse side effects, please do not self-medicate. Do
reminds me-
not.
And I will also
Let's
say
go
that
tied into your body. Maybe
many,
it'll clean
many,
out your system.
many medicines that people are given are not really needed if they go holistically, and you do
Yes.
this with
Yep,
them too.
yep.
If they change their diet, if they
Yep.
do all the things I
Absolutely.
said,
Listen,
a
it's-
lot of medicines will
I just-
never have to be taken.
Hold up.
100%.
Okay, Nicole.
Yes.
Please
So
divulge. Nicole is now. Go ahead.
I'm with Impact Health NY now. I'm with a cardiologist. We do cancer screenings. We do CAT scans for calcium blockers. We check visceral fat. We check for cancers. And we do health and wellness. So I do IV drips, amino acids, peptides, GLPs, testosterone therapy. But I do it if you need it. If you don't need it, I'm not going to give it to you. So don't come to me saying, I want testosterone if your testosterone's high. I'm also going to sit down and talk to you like a human being and ask you what your goals and your expectations are so I can make you a personalized care plan, right? It's not a one-size-fits-all cookie-cutter program for me. I feel like every individual has different needs that want to be met, and that's where I come in and specialize.
And if I may add, okay, Nicole, besides being one of the most caring and nurturing people that
Thank you.
I have ever met, she is also a registered nurse.
I am a registered nurse.
Okay, so let's make sure that we don't self-medicate and we do anything the way any of these medications.
And I will yell at
still.
you if you Google MD shit and try to come at me and be like, well, Chat GPT said
We will post
well, then
that.
have Chat
We will
GPT take
post
care
that
of
segment.
you. Yes.
I will definitely be posting that segment very soon.
Yeah.
Where Nicole tells you what she would tell you or tell me if you came at her and said, well, the
I'll
Google
pay you.
diagnosis is
Yeah.
this and this. Nicole will, I don't want to say it. I'll save that. You'll get a clip of it.
It's
not pretty, people.
No,
Don't do it.
And I
want
want to say one other thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on, I want you to give your socials, give everything if you
Okay.
can.
All right.
So everybody.
I will tell you that Shackley is not sold in stores. It's sold through ambassadors like myself who share it. So my business is Carolyn Moss Wellness. So you can find me at carolynmosswellness.com. That's the easiest way to find
Do
me.
it again, slow.
Carolyn Moss.
With a C-A-R.
Carolyn
Yep.
Moss, M-O-S-S, Wellness, W-E-L-L-N-E-S-S, Carolyn Moss Wellness, all one word, .com. That will bring you to my website, and you can just say contact me, and I will be happy to share anything I think will help you. Same thing.
Yep.
Do you do, what do you do,
foundational-
consultations?
Yeah, I do consultations. Basically, my consultations are always free because I need to meet you and to see what your needs are.
Exactly.
And if I look at everything I do as I'm educating you. I'm a retired teacher, actually. Educating you on what you can do for your health, then you make choices on what you
Exactly.
want to do. And that is very important.
Do that
Yes.
again, Sandra. Sandra's a retired teacher too. So she
are
wanted
you?
a high five. Give her a
Oh,
high five.
Yes,
She's high-fiving you.
absolutely.
I have
Absolutely.
enjoyed this conversation and
We
this
not
debate
gonna-
between
we said we
these two
done.
ladies, and I'll just say this.
Oh, we're
because
gonna do this
I,
again.
I am of the two schools of thought.
Yes.
I believe in holistic, and I believe in the actual the
When you
medical
need
side.
medicine,
But-
you have to go there.
Yeah,
Exactly.
hey, listen,
That's
man,
the way it goes.
I love my yoga. I love my yoga.
But I like-
the
Good.
more, but it's
Man. Yogurt or yoga? Which one is it?
Yoga.
Oh,
yoga.
God, I thought you
Yeah,
said
yeah,
yoga. I was
yeah,
thinking,
yeah. You
I'm
gives
thinking,
me a hard
I'm
time.
thinking Spaceballs when you say yogurt.
No. Yeah, she gives me a hard time.
Hold
but,
on,
you know,
hold on.
I'm also
Nicole.
a firm believer in the traditional medicine.
I
also.
love it. I think there's a middle ground. We could do
it's a
both. I
good
love it.
balance.
You have
It
to
is a
have the
good
balance.
balance,
If
yes.
you,
Yeah,
if
I
you cannot
totally
help
agree.
yourself holistically, that's where you have medicine.
Exactly.
Right, and you could still come back to the holistic if
You could
while,
do both.
sure.
while
You
you
can.
do it, you
Some
can do
people-
both.
some people
That's
do
what I
both.
want to
Some
get
people-
to.
yeah.
Remember what I said?
When
We
you
get
need
to
it-
consensus here.
Yes.
Consensus.
All right, so
hold on, hold on.
me-
Just remember, I'm
Wait.
Latinos in the Dominican Republic, so we also
Yeah,
have
that
some
rice
voodoo
and
and
beans
santeria in our
and-
family. So
That's
we
all right.
got-
Hey,
we got a real
God.
balance, man.
We
Yeah.
can't go there. This is no. Go ahead. Hold on. Socials, please. Nicole.
Okay, so Nikki _
And we.
needles.
I'm sorry. We will be posting their socials. We'll add it on to the clips and things, so you will know how to find them and everything like that. But guys, I just
So
wanted them to give it to
on
you here.
Instagram, Nikki _ needles with a Z. So NIKKI _ needles with a Z. TikTok same. And our website is impacthealthny.com, and we are located in White Plains, New York.
Give them that. Just
It's
11:33.
1133 Westchester Avenue, entrance A, suite N010.
Them GLP-1s ain't affect my brain. So.
Hold up. Not yet.
Yeah, you see. But I wanted to say, I wanted to get into because we were talking about the peptides.
Yes.
We're not gonna go there today, people, because we're getting the wrap.
Yep.
But I'm definitely gonna bring Miss Carolyn back, and we're gonna get into the peptides. The TRT is a big one out there. I always want to say to the guys out there, once you turn 40.
No, now it's like 30, Santiago.
Well, no.
Yes.
Once you turn 40, guys,
30,
I wanted to get to
30.
this because we didn't make that point. Part of your annual wellness, guys out there, once you hit 40, yes, mammograms, because
Men do get breast cancer also.
They do.
breast cancer is very after 40 right now. The percentage has jumped 40% for gentlemen. So please get your mammogram. I know you don't like it, and they're gonna put whatever.
It's not that bad.
Get it done.
It's not that
Yeah,
bad.
but then we did a whole topic on mammograms, and then we went into density, and I don't want to go there right now.
Yeah,
Because
guys,
we got into
remember
it all,
after
man.
40, that whole thing of live fast, love hard, die young, it's too late for you guys to die young, man.
And I would
That ship has sailed.
I would also recommend if you want to keep your lady happy, the TRT.
Baseline is 30 years old, 25 to 30 now because of the stressors of life, unfortunately, and the way we do eat our
serious?
foods.
Yes.
Yes, I am very
Yes.
serious. So get your baseline for your testosterone level, and if your doctor doesn't want to do it, hit me up. I will check your blood work because a lot of doctors don't check your testosterone because of your age, which is bullshit.
Yes,
So-
but
It
get it
starts
done.
that early.
Yes, it does.
The earlier the better, fellas. The earlier the better.
The earlier
I
the
also,
better.
I also will
We're dropping
recommend.
like flies,
I don't know.
man.
Miss Carolyn also has peptide remedies and things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, we have.
So I just want to say, we could do Nicole. Well, I can't say it like that. We can work with Nicole. We can work with
Miss Caroline.
I don't want to say
Yeah.
it like that.
But we do compliments each other.
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
do.
do. And
Very well, I might
love
add.
it. I love it. And I think, you guys working together could be a
Absolutely.
really good thing
Yep.
because you could piggyback it off each other. And I think that was networking.
Yes.
Networking.
Yes.
Networking.
I just want to say, welcome back, Nicole.
Thank you.
Welcome
Nice to
back.
be Thank you.
We've been missing Nicole for a few. We gotta have you back. I'm sorry.
Come back.
This is awesome. I love that. And so I wanted to recommend. I'm sorry, gentlemen. Also, the estrogen blockers. You want to talk to that real quick, or we want to save it for
So
another?
some men do need estrogen blockers when they're on testosterone. You can convert testosterone into estrogen, which will cause PMSE type symptoms. That's another thing that I kind of look at. I do assess my patients on a weekly basis. So, the more you divulge to me, the better it is for me to assess as a licensed medical professional to figure out what works best for you. So if you need a small dose of an anastrozole or an estrogen blocker, then I will provide it for you. I'm not just going to give it to you because Google MD says to give it to you. Okay, so we're going to do blood work and we're going to check symptoms and make sure that you actually need it. Because if you don't need an estrogen blocker and you're on it, it can cause weak bones, depression, no erections whatsoever, and just really bad symptoms. So again, don't go off of what you're reading. You also have to use your own mind and your own judgment and use a healthcare person that knows what they're doing when it comes to your health.
Say
and
it the way I
wellness.
say it. When you are looking to do these things, find somebody that gives a shit about you.
Yes.
Don't just find somebody, as I stated before, because you could tell when somebody just wants residual business people.
You get what you pay for.
That's right. So always, even in the health insurance industry, me and Juan are always talking about find somebody that knows some shit, find somebody that gives a shit.
Exactly.
Because if you don't, you're going to pay the price.
Yes.
And the price, when you're doing these, could get very high.
Yes.
Because we know, and we were talking about it earlier, everybody wants everything quick, fast, and in a hurry. If you do, and it's quick, fast, and in a hurry to lose your money, when you go to somebody that could care less about you or give a shit.
You'll get those results, and then
You'll get the
suffer
results,
for it.
and then you'll pay for it at
Yep,
the end, like Miss
exactly.
Carolyn was talking about.
Yep.
So I just want to say to Miss Carolyn, thank you so much.
my
That was
pleasure.
wonderful.
Thank
And Miss
you.
Carolyn,
Yes, it's great.
tell them everything. Like did you a consultation?
Yeah, you can reach me at carolynmosswellness.com.
Yes.
And when you do that, you can just say, contact me, and I will be happy to have a conversation. My phone number, I'll give you my phone number, 914-490-8614. And you can call me and just say you heard me on this, and we can have a conversation.
Do we get a discount?
It's free already, Santiago.
Yeah,
How much is this? It's a free
consultation. All right.
Free consultation.
Are any
And
consultations not free?
Basically, no. That would be. Let me tell you, that would be. Yeah. So
Can I get a discount on the free consult?
I'll discount the free
I
consultation.
need an extra discount with a free,
yeah.
with an extra free.
And it's just, there's a lot to share, and you always make your own decisions. It's your body, and you take control of it. I'm really
100%.
very
Yes.
firmly,
100%.
I'm there to give you information, but you're the final say. Because I can tell you to do something, you can tell them to do something.
100%. They
And if
won't
they
do it.
don't do it,
Yep.
my mother used to say, you can bring a horse to water, you can't make him drink.
Yep, it's true.
All I'm there is to get you to the water, and
Yep.
it's up to you.
Yeah, because I'm a firm.
It's good to give the information.
They have to
It's
know
if
it,
you
educated.
absorb that information is
Yes.
up to that person.
That's
And-
right.
and-
And
and-
take what they want from
Exactly.
it.
And I believe in everybody has free will, and you have the right to self-determination. So however you do it, That's the way you do it.
That's
right.
However you go about it is the way you go about it. And I always say, that's why I don't like the advice word. I'm going to tell you why. Because if you give advice, and I always say this on all my lives, when you give advice and the advice is done or the person does it not the way, it doesn't get done the way you described it, guess who they come in to blame?
I'm blaming you.
Yeah. So I give information. I don't give advice. It is a real slippery path to giving advice. So I want to thank you, Miss Carolyn.
My pleasure.
You will definitely, most definitely
Yes.
be back here with us. It is a no doubter. We got to get you back because we're gonna go. We're gonna go even deeper.
We're gonna die.
But definitely,
Put
guys.
your scuba
I
gear
had no
on,
idea what to
Caroline.
expect for tonight.
But
I
did you
had a
have
clue.
fun?
I
You
had
love
fun.
it?
I did have
Thank
fun.
you. And
yes.
nobody's gonna like we don't judge.
No.
We don't do that. Everything you said was so positive in the way
And
you go about
powerful.
it and helpful and definitely enlightening. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Your energy is great. That was awesome. So guys, I wanna say thank you to Miss Carolyn. Of
My
course,
pleasure.
welcome back, Nicole.
Welcome back, Nicole.
For both of you, happy and appreciated. International
Thank you.
Appreciation Month for the ladies.
That's right.
Powerful
Thank you.
ladies are always on this show. We have nothing but powerful ladies. So for you guys out there that decide that, you're going to run over ladies now or you're going to be an Archie Bunker, don't come here. This is not the space for you.
Nope.
All right, so
Guys,
thank you guys.
Yep. And before, if just wanted to say that whatever your flavor is and whatever your school of thought is, whichever, and I do hope that if you do decide to go whatever route it is with your health benefits, if you do decide to go with any one of these ladies, they're both
I see somebody. So thank you. I'm just gonna end the show there. So if anybody has questions, so thank you guys for coming in. Oh,
My pleasure.
over here.